This is the external inspection. We're starting with the foundation. We're at the rear elevation for the weep holes here. What we're looking for is the condition of the foundation. There's other indicators like the walls, whether there's any movement in the foundation. We're also looking at things like the windows, and here we've got a problem with the windows. We've got very bad caulking. And also I could tell you have foundation movement immediately. Can you see how the wall is bending out here? Okay, it's actually bending out because the foundation is moving. And here we have a differential settlement crack. It's running down the wall, right down the wall to the foundation there. It runs up from the window here to the top, and it's affecting this wall here. Moving around the building, still looking at the foundation. We're looking foundation walls, etc, etc. And we have another differential crack here and an additional one here. So on the rear elevation we have clear signs of differential settlement. We've also got very poor caulking. It's going to allow water and damp air into the building during the year. We have an electrical fitting that's not sealed, so the wiring in there is open and exposed to the weather. So just to make it clear, we have a differential settlement crack running down the wall here, running down here, here and here. So I know that the rear foundation is starting to settle. There's some lifting of the wall here. We're moving now to the right elevation. Further, there's a settlement here around the window. Again, every window around the house needs to be recorked. The caulking is in awful condition. We're at the rear left elevation. Movement here, you can see gaps open up. This needs to be repointed. Roof inspection. We have some loss of shingles here. You can see shingles been removed. This nail here was overdriven through the shingle, so it's actually got a hole in it. Now it's exposed, it could rust. Here we have more damage. We've got the nails, they're actually coming out. Let's see. Pumping effect of the heat and cold changes, pushes the nails out. We have another missing shingle here. The nails are driven correctly. Yeah, we see how these shingles are starting to lift. Yeah, I'd rate this roof as poor. It's in poor condition. In fact, I'd recommend that an insurance company, current insurance company responsible for it, is asked to inspect the roof to see whether or not it should be replaced. Got a damaged shingle here, and that's lifting. Got a lot of debris and mud and dirt in the gutters. That's going to cause them to block and flood. The flashing on this vent here is lifting. Now we have only one. Now that is going to be the extractor for the house, and we do not have any upper vent. The problem is it's relying on the gable ends. It's an old type of installation and it always has that, but when it gets re-roofed I recommend that the gable ends are closed and upper roof vents are installed. We have a cracking shingle here. You can see it's starting to lift. The crack runs here right the way through here. There's been a previous repair here. Oh no, it's not, it's just fluff. That'll fool me. That comes from the extractor here. This is the vent for the dryer, and you can see it's absolutely full of lint. It's going to need to be cleaned out. Yeah. We've got a lot of shingles that have lost their adhesion. I mean, I'm taking samples around the roof, but pretty well across the whole of the roof. there are shingles that are losing their adhesion, so this roof could come off in the next big windstorm. This is a chimney. You can see here we've got all the caulking. The caulking's showing signs of aging. It may leak, may not. Chimney cap is in place. That's good. Down here you can see a shingle is damaged. It's weather damage, it's lifting the shingle. Yeah, here it is. As that shingle lifts, it damages that, it causes that crease mark. We have a door moving out of square as soon as we close it. No longer close this properly, got a big gap here. The door is actually on the move and it's actually rubbing against the carpet. Yeah, this door is touching the frame, and again that's due to movement in the structure. Yeah, this door's catching here. We're at the elevation of the property, the left elevation of the property where the structural movement is occurring. That's okay. But there are no signs of cracks in the walls or the ceilings at the present time around the building. Yeah, the doors to the garage is jamming again. There's movement, and here we've got the trim work for the actual door. It's sprung. That's due to structural movement. This is the driveway. There's a little bit of deterioration in the surfaces here. It's due to a poor mix when it was mixed years ago. Then we've got the driveway itself. It's got some cracks on it, although it's not heaving. It's pretty typical to find cracks like this on a driveway. Here we are looking up the driveway. All looks very good. This is the garage. If we're looking at it from a fire break perspective, up here we've got a attic hatch. You can see it's open, and we've got open areas here in the sheetrock, and we have holes in the sheetrock here, and various gaps all the way around. Now what that means is any gasoline or fumes or fire even that takes place in the house can actually, in the garage, can actually get into the attic and go up through this hole here, and the whole house can go up in minutes. These have got to be sealed to make the house safe to occupy. They shouldn't be left open. It's not a difficult job, but it is a laborious job, and it needs to be fixed. The attic ladder is in seriously dangerous condition. You see how it's all broken away here from the door. This is broken here. You can't use this ladder. It's got to be replaced. Not repaired, replaced. Because the actual structure of the ladder is damaged here. And there's nothing you could do to repair it. Replace it is the best option. When this attic ladder is replaced, this area here, highlighted by the light from my flashlight, should have weather sealing on it. The insulation in the attic is poor. It's only about 6 inches deep, so it's not going to cool the house very well. The attic structure itself looks in good condition. We have a manufactured trusses. There's the extractor for the kitchen there. But the extractors for the bathrooms are there. There's one extractor. Oh no, that's the dryer extractor. So the bathroom extractors are just exhausting into the attic itself. Garage door. Okay, well the garage door here has been repaired. This piece of timber has been put in. Let me tell you, this isn't going to work. It will break. These doors are not designed to be modified in this way. It might last a week, it might last 2 weeks, it might last a year. But in time, it's going to break around there. Now here's the hickey. When you move into the property, you're going to be opening and closing this garage many times. It's at that time that this break could occur. If this is only being opened once or twice a day, that's probably okay. But you see here, we've got a split here. That's a cyclic stress split. What that means is the door is moving, this part is moving, and it's causing it to split. That split will run horizontal along here, and then up to the door there, and then it'll split down the rest of the panels. So you need a new door. I recommend replacement door. Okay, I'm not going too close to this fireplace because we've got brown recluse webs around it. All the way around here is brown recluse. We have an operator, a damper operator. There doesn't seem to be any brown recluse around that, so let's see if we can change it. Yeah, that moves. This is the electrical supply. You can see the box is open here. It shouldn't be open. Also, the building is moving, and as it's moving the box. If you come here, you see it's quite out of alignment. That would have been square. They would never have mounted that at an angle. And you can see that the conduit coming up has got a distinct bend to it. There's no evidence of a ground. This is the branch circuit inspection. There's no GFCIs at the kitchen sink. They have power to them. Okay. Out here now. It's got a GFCI, and that's reset is in here perhaps? No, it's on the same circuit, so I guess it's the reset here. Yep, that's working. This is a water heater. Down here you can see there's no safety pan. It's sitting directly on the floor. In addition to no safety pan, the water heater's been installed incorrectly. Here you have a temperature pressure relief valve. This is the line running out here. It's the incorrect type of material. Flexible material like this shouldn't be used. It works, but this has got to change. Also, this temperature pressure relief valve should be above that. It shouldn't be under it. It should be a gravity discharge system. As it is at the moment, I've left a little bit of water go in here, and it will stay here. It's not going to go out here. It will just stay here, and that's going to affect the valve. So what was originally here was a stand. This water heater was on a stand. It lifted it up some feet above, and then you could run this out as a gravity. So whoever installed this didn't know what they were doing. So this is an unprofessional install. I doubt if a permit was pulled for it. It's got to be completely revamped. You can't leave it in this condition. It's dangerous. The AC unit. The AC unit is actually sloping. It's not level. That needs to be levelled. You can see that, as with the foundation, the AC's slab has moved away from the building. Originally it was quite close, but it's actually sunk a little and moved away. About an inch and a half. Quite a lot of movement, really. This is the insulation around the coal pipe. You can see it's missing, not quite up to here. Once went up to the wall, it's got a gap, and it's missing here. I've just been distracted by a water leak. We've got a water leak here. We'll get back to it later, but just in case it's not there, I'm going to photograph it now. It's a multi-throw board. You should be one single throw up here to the whole board. It says main select here, and it says it's got 70 amps on it. I'm not sure that that's correct. It may turn the whole of the house power off, but you can find out by throwing it. Well, it doesn't turn the AC off, so it's not the main disconnect. This is the filter for the system, and you can see it's completely loaded. It's getting damaged. It's got to be replaced. it's not good. Also noticed in some parts of the registers some black substance, black powder. I'm not sure whether it's mould or not, I can't tell, but you can never be too careful about those sort of things, so it might be worthwhile having it checked out. We have copper drown drops, but what we do have, which is not usual for an electrical panel, we have a lot of rat droppings and mice droppings. There's certainly a lot of activity been going on here. You might like to have it checked out for rats and mice. I have a couple of additional connections installed. And nothing seems to be burnt, which is good news. Oh. Hang on a minute. I think we have aluminum wiring. Okay, so we're looking for aluminum wiring. So far so good. Copper. Copper. That's copper. Okay, so looked like it was aluminum, but it's not. It's copper, which is good news. The water meter is located at the curb. That's the front door here. Just going to test the water pressure. Now the food disposal unit is rusting out. You can see the damage around it here. It's rusting from the inside out. This is going to start leaking very shortly. Installation's okay. Running okay. It's just it's due for replacement. We have hot water, we have cold. In the guest. Hot water. Present. We have a hole in the back there. That needs to be sealed so rodents can come up and through. It's not draining very well, and the drain plug doesn't work too good. The fittings here are coming away from the wall, but they're not loose, so really it needs refitting and caulking to stop water getting in behind there. The faucet for the shower does not work. Can't turn it on at all. There may be a technique to it, but you shouldn't have a technique for turning a faucet for a shower on. Yeah. Okay, drain works. It's a dishwasher. It doesn't have an anti-siphon device. And a loop. That's not really good enough. Front recycle. It's pretty solid. Door is opened on the soap tray. All the trays come in and out okay. But it's not fully pumping out. There's water left in the bottom. That either indicates a blockage or there's something wrong with it. There's a water leak at the equipment. It's leaking here, around this area here. You can see the water there. It's been doing that all the time I've been here. We have another water leak at the filter here. That's probably due to the poor installation of the filter. Pressure's okay. We have signs of a previous repair here. Bit of deterioration in the caulking at the edge of the pawl, just around the coping. We have the correct type of drains installed. Unit is currently running. Skimmer's working.